তো আমাদের আজকের সেশনে সবাইকে জানাচ্ছি স্বাগতম। আমি প্রভাষক মোহাম্মদ ইলিয়াস আজম শাহ। তো আমাদের আজকের সেশনে আমরা আজকে একটা অটোমেশন দেখাবো, যেটা আমি ডিজাইন করেছি আমাদের প্রতিষ্ঠানের জন্য, এবং এই অটোমেশন টেকনিক ইউজ করে আপনারা প্রত্যেকেই কাজ করতে পারেন। তো এই অটোমেশনের মাধ্যমে বেসিক্যালি আমরা ইমেইলিং অটোমেশন করব, যেখানে আমরা আমাদের অনেক ধরনের অভিজ্ঞতা আছে যে আমরা বাল্ক এসএমএস করে থাকি বা বিভিন্ন ধরনের, যে আমাদের একটা লিস্ট অফ কন্টাক্টের কাছে একটা রেগুলার অটোমেটেড মেইল পাঠানো। তো আমি সেটা দেখাবো কিভাবে জাস্ট ওয়ান ক্লিকের মাধ্যমে আমরা সেটা করতে পারি। আর যদি আমরা ইনস্ট্যান্টলি করতে চাই, 2 থেকে 3 সেকেন্ডের ভিতরে আমি আমার কন্ট্যাক্ট লিস্টে থাকা দেখা যাচ্ছে হান্ড্রেডস, থাউজেন্ডস, ইভেন মিলিয়নস অফ ইউজারের কাছে জাস্ট ওয়ান ক্লিকের মাধ্যমে আমি মেইল পাঠাইতে পারি। তো সেটার জন্য আমি যে অ্যাপটা ডিজাইন করেছি, এটা বর্তমানে জাস্ট আমরা এক্সেল শিট অটোমেশনের মাধ্যমে দেখাবো। পরবর্তীতে চাইলে এটাকে ওয়েব এপিআই বা দেখা যাচ্ছে অ্যাডঅনস হিসাবেও মানে রিলিজ করা পসিবল নাকি। সো লেটস স্টার্ট। ফার্স্ট অফ অল আমরা লিখবো forms.google.com, লিখে আমরা সার্চ দিব আমাদের যে অ্যাড্রেস বারে। এইখানে আমি যেই সরি sheets dot, so here we can see a demo list. The list is created in a way like first name, last name, email address. So this is going to be used as the contact details or leads for our customer contact, and this is the mail body that is going to be sent as a mail. So here we have as mail subject and mail body message, and we can write them using our keyboard instantly. So this is a simple Excel sheet. Column A contains the first name, column B contains the second last name, and column C contains the email address. So if we want to provide a billing details, we can add here, and this field also customizable. So here we will see some codes. The codes are actually empowering the sheet to be automated. So for example, we have list of contacts here. If we add another one, for example, we have seen that we have run the script and all the users listed here is sent an email. The email should look like this. The admission is open for BSc and CSC at UCSM, and the message will be hope this email finds you well, and details that we have added here. So I'm going to explain the code sheet that we have created. First of all, we have created a function. These language we are here using here is mainly JavaScript languages. So first of all, we have initiated a function. The function is the main function for this coding. The entire body goes under this function. Then we initiated a variable name email. So as this is a variable name, we can customize it with any name. Then we have called a built-in library function, that is a spreadsheet.add, and another function is the get active spreadsheet. So the active only spreadsheet is this one. That is how the code detects the active spreadsheet. And then we have initiated another variable name worksheet ID, and we named it as email ID. And here the parameter is we will catch the spreadsheet here, the sheet, this one, and then using the email variable, then we will get the parameter like get sheet by name. So in this active sheet there would be many sheets, but we are targeting only the sheet naming email ID as written here, the same name. So first of all, the code will detect only the active sheet, so we will have to disable other sheets from the browser, only the sheet we want to automate. Then we will target the active sheet, that is this is another sheet, this is another sheet, two different sheets. So we want to target this one. That is why we named here the email ID. So we will create another variable called worksheet.message, because number one will generate a contact, then we will provide a message. For message we will use the same function, and the ID will be different. Mail details, this one is like this one, mail details. So we are targeting the different sheet for the mailing. So then we are creating another variable called subject. So this subject is going to look like the subject in the email that we all just got, and this is the message variable. So we are targeting the subject variable with this. The worksheet message is the variable we defined here. Like if we click here, the field here gets highlighted. Then get range, this is another function. So by doing this, we are targeting the message here, that is this sheet, and we are getting the value from A2, that is this sheet, and a column A2 cell is this one. So we are targeting this cell, and then we are targeting the function get value. So only the value in this field will be targeted. So if we change the topic instantly, for example, if we make it the best digital marketing agency.
Yes, sir.
So if we just name it here and do not change the else anything else, then if we run the script, the mail will automatically change and subject will change. So we can easily change the content because we are only targeting the values here. So now we have received another mail. If we want to show that here, that mail, since my ID is already targeted, so we can see two different emails just sent through our inbox. That is one is admission open for BSc, and another one that is just I have sent the digital marketing agency. So these are the topics that we just edited here. So with this one, we are targeting the subject line for the email, and with this one, we are targeting the body of the email. So for the body of the email, we are targeting the column B and cell number 2. That is why we inserted the value B2 here. And for the final part, so we are running an iteration, a loop in the programming language. So this for this iteration, we are using a variable name I, initiated the value with 2, and we initiate the value in 2 because we are targeting this sheet, and the value here started with the column number row number 2. That is why the initial value of I is 2, and it continues, the data continues up to the row number 19. That is why we are terminating the value with 19. If the value here continues up to 1 million, then we have to put the value of I 1 million. So that way the step will repeat until 1 million times, and we are incrementing the value of I with plus 1 step. So first of all, it will execute the line 2, then line 3, then line 4. Likewise, they will execute until the terminating value of 19. So this is the loop body we are designing. Then in this loop, the steps we wanna repeat is, number 1, we have repeated a name, first name. So for example, in our email, we will see that it is targeting the name, and it is catching the name from here. For example, Ilyas Azam Shah. So here we can see in our message body, there is no space between Dr and Ilyas. So we are just making a change to make that happen. For example, Dr, if we just give a space here, the final message, then things will change instantly. So if we run the script one more time, then a new email will arrive, and now we can see the changes already that we have made. So let's check. Yes, we have another mail, and now we can see the space has been provided between Ilyas and Dr. Okay, so we can adjust things here. So we have created a loop. So what we have done, so we want to send the email to the same person, like if it is Ilyas, then last name is Shah, and email should be sent to Ilyas Azam Shah ID. So that is why we are designing the F name, first name, that is worksheet ID get range A plus I, and also for last name B plus I, that is this column and this column, and email address should be C plus I, and get values. So we will target the values of these cells, and if this one gets executed, then final message will run, that is Dr plus first name, the variable we defined here, that is Dr plus this field, and then we will provide a space, this one, then first name concatenating operator plus then last name, then we have provided a new line plus message. So for message we have defined this value, that is it will capture the value of field number 2 from this sheet. But so before providing the message, they will add dear plus first name plus last name plus space, and before providing the space it will give a comma. So we will see this, that is dear plus space plus first name plus last name plus comma, then space, that is this one, this is space, then the message, this message is this one. So we have demonstrated these details so that we can customize the message according to our need. So using this automated tool, we can design any message and we can send it automatically to our desired customer list. And then finally, to launch the email, we have written this script, that is mail.app sent mail and email address, subject and final message. So email address is this one. So this one is getting from this field only the email address. For email address, this one will be used. So for sending, they will use the email address and run the subject variable, and then final message, this one. So this is the thing is finally contributing for our automation, and this loop gets iterated every time we are running this. So that way we can design an entire automation tool from the beginning, and if we just copy the code to any Google Sheet and run it, then it will work. So that is the presentation for today. Using this presentation or technique, we can automate and send lots of email for our business purpose, totally free of cost. Thanks a lot.